this is Mark, and welcome back for another, I think it's day 5 of our 30-day Qi Gong journey. So every 5th lesson or so, I like to change things up a little bit, and we'll try some different stuff. I've had a big day training, doing a lot of hard physical external training. So I'd like to do change up the routine a little bit, and we'll do some seated stuff and a little bit more yin meditative techniques today, as well as some breath work. The nice thing as well is this will be a session that you can do sitting down. So this will give you the opportunity to, let's say if you can find a meeting room somewhere at work, you could do this just sitting down in a chair. Or if you're, like me, you've had a really hard day and you don't feel like jumping up and down, squatting and doing and standing and walking around, you can do this a little bit more in a little bit more of a relaxed fashion. So I do recommend some support for yourself. So 1 or 2 comfy pillows is recommended so that you can get into a nice relaxed sitting position. Right. So let's just talk a little bit about sitting alignments to begin with. So like I said, you want a little bit of support underneath. Some people are incredibly flexible, especially if you've got a good yoga background and you can twist into all sorts of shapes. But a simple cross-legged position without any advanced things is better, with a little bit of support underneath your butt with a pillow, and that way you can have the pelvis down and the back nice and straight. Chin slightly tucked and chest relaxed. So similar to what I talked about with standing meditation, in Taoist Qigong practice, we don't want to have a rigid posture, right? So where the chest is up and this takes a lot of physical effort to maintain and hold in this shape. We want that middle way, right? So we don't want to be collapsed and hunched over either. We want somewhere in the middle. So the chest is relaxed, the belly is relaxed, but the core inside, the supporting muscles that surround the spine, are lightly activated. And you feel as though there's like a thread that's pulling it on the top of your head. Some people also say, I really like this one as well, this cue, as imagine you're wearing a pair of glasses, but you're wearing them backwards on the back of your head. So you have to look like, oh yeah, like this, right? And that will cause you to naturally assume this correct position where the chin is slightly tucked. So imagine you've got a pair of eyes on the back of your head and you want to look with them. Then you'll get this pulling up the top of the spine feeling. Good. So to start off with, we're going to do some basic movement exercises, some Qigong postures that you can do while sitting. So just follow along and I'll give you some cues as we go. So start with both hands on the top of the knees and start by pushing the hands together and upwards. Keep breathing in, form a pyramid and open. Both hands up. So you see so if I just bring them in a little bit, the palms are up. There's still that light twisting, so slight rotation in the fingers and that slight internal stretch. And then just let the chin rise up just a little bit, like you're looking up at something. And then we're just going to do 10 deep breaths here. Three. We'll do in through the nose, out through the mouth. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good. Hands come up, look up, and then form a pyramid and down, and hold it over the heart center. So not straight in front, just slightly to the left. Both hands roll inwards, forming a little pyramid. Again, you've got that slight rotation of the palms, and then we're going to sit back again and feel like you've got this nice, soft, warm feeling over the heart center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Let the hands come down, roll on the inside of the knees, hands come up, bring them together, both hands together. Very good. Hands go up. Looking up at the hands, form a pyramid, separate, and back into the first posture again. Every time you breathe out, just relax the chest. Good. Hands come up. Form a pyramid. Everything down. Again, over the heart center. Hands lightly rotated inwards. Good. Let the hands come down. Rest on the knees and just observe your body for a moment. Start at the top, scan down. And anywhere where you find any tension, just bring your relaxed intention and awareness to that point. So I've got some tension in my neck, probably from the exercise I was doing today. So I'm just going to bring my awareness, my relaxed intention to the point in my neck. Relax your breathing, just let the breathing be natural. This is not about the breath, this is about your relaxed, focused intention. And feel like at that point where it's tense or painful or tight, it's like a block of ice. And you're just going to bring your awareness to that block of ice and slowly let it melt. Bring your relaxed intention to wherever there's pain or tightness. And just feel over time it gradually softens, loosens, just like ice melting into water. And if you feel that water starting to get warm and light and free, as the light of your intention gradually brings it into air. Ice to water, water to gas. And you feel it slowly spreading, getting lighter, opening up, expanding past the point and filling the air around you. Continue onwards and go to the next point, wherever that might be for you. Just let everything flush downwards. So now I feel inside the shoulder. So if it was the top of the neck before, now it's the point on the inside of the shoulder where I've got some tension. I can feel it's a little bit locked up on both sides. And I just bring my attention there. You might have some physical movement that comes out from this, but you're not trying to move. You're not trying to loosen your shoulders like this or move or anything. You're working directly with the mind, with the intent. And you just bring that warm, happy, peaceful intention to wherever there's tension, pain, stiffness, or any sense of block or lack of sensation. At first, you might not feel anything, but over time, just like a ray of sun hitting an ice cube, it slowly begins to melt, softens away, ice to water, water to gas. And then just let everything go. Let it slowly, everything drift down, trickle down, all the way down the body, past the shoulders, past the lats, through the core, and down to the base of the spine. Just feel like all the water just rushing and flowing down, gently collecting near the base of the spine and the abdomen. Take a few moments just to observe the body and just to feel. Good. Next one, we're going to do some breathing practice. So last time we did the lower back breathing. I want you to, so take your hands and I want you to put them on the side so you can sort of hold like this. And we're going to do some abdominal breathing, right? So, and I want you to bring your attention to the side of the body, to the side of the abdomen in a second, right? So to begin with, you're just going to breathe in. And out. Just breathe however you would do normally. want you to focus on deepening the abdominal breath. And actually just relax there for a second. We're going to do the front first. So put one hand on top of the other and just put them on the front, down where the belly is. And so as you breathe in, I want this to expand. And then as you breathe out, you can let it relax. Breathe in. Diaphragm descends, belly expands. And breathe out. Breathe in. Good. Now come back to that posture we said. So side of the hands, just lightly rotated out and sort of pushing in just gently. So you get a little bit of that sense of proprioception of the muscles on the side of the abdomen, right? The layers under there and the fascia, the tissue under there. And now I want you to breathe in, and you still have the front of the belly expand, but I want you to use it to push against the hands as well and feel the side. So breathe in. 2, breathe in. First the belly expands, then the side of the belly expands. So breathe in, front and side. Breathe in. And out, and you reverse the order. So you breathe in, front, side, and then breathe out, side, front. Just continue for as long as you want, maybe another 5 or 10 breaths. And then when you feel like you've finished that, we'll move on to the next exercise, right? So we're going to do some seated meditation. You can adjust your legs maybe and maybe switch positions, make sure you're still comfortable. We don't want to be distracted. We want to work directly with the mind. A few different hand positions you can use. You can go on top of the knees. You can clasp one hand on top of the other and then put it in your lap. I'm also a big fan of this one. So just one hand and then the other one, and then the thumbs connect underneath, right? There's a few different postures that you can do. We just want to be relaxed and comfortable mainly. Okay, so we're going to do counting. So we're just going to count from 1 to 10 a few times. Just try and keep your attention just lightly on the focus of the count, right? So you can count your breaths, or you can just focus directly on the number count. It doesn't really matter. Have a try one or the other. Some people prefer the breathing, but then some people also get caught up in their breathing and they, like, oh, it's too tense, or I need to make it longer, or that kind of thing. Equally, some people, get caught up in the actual counting and they want to count higher and other things. So there's all sorts of little tricks and traps. It doesn't matter what your focus is when you're practicing meditation, as long as you're just consistent and you sort of compassionately return your mind to that focus. So we'll be doing a count today. If your mind wanders and gets caught up in thoughts and feelings of the day, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, if you notice you're doing that, just acknowledge it, say, okay, that's cool, and then let your mind guide it gently back to the focus again. Okay. We're just going to count to 10 and then we just restart at 1 and count to 10 again, right? There's no significance or attachment to the numbers either. They don't mean anything, right? I remember that I used to like count, and then I'd even get competitive in the counting. I want to count to 100. I'm not going to get distracted to 100. When actually that's a distraction, right? Because you're competing, you've got these little emotions running and you're getting distracted. Just don't worry about that stuff, okay? Yeah, we just count and then we get to 10 and we start again, okay? Eyes closed, everything relaxed, so let the face relax while, similar to, we hopefully should be a little bit relaxed now because we've been doing some breath work. We've allowed the chest to hopefully relax and sink down a bit, but just be mindful of that stuff. If you are really tense, it will distract you from meditation, but don't spend all your time trying to fix your alignments and postures and worry about your breathing. Just try and just focus on the focus. Yeah. Okay. Good. So sit up nice and straight and close your eyes gently, and let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Good. And you can relax, move a little bit. You might be getting a little bit stiff now, so you can change the leg position, adjust as need be. And yeah, just a little shorter one today, guys. So a little bit more yin, can all be done seated. We did a few different static postures, some breath work, and then some meditation as well. Yeah, nice little routine that you can do as an alternative to the other one when you're feeling, either you want to be a little bit more reflective, a little bit more yin, calm, and you don't have the energy to do lots of squatting or whatever, right? Just a small point about meditation. So the last, the other stuff is little techniques and tricks and breath work and postures and all that, and that's great, and we can do all those things. But meditation itself, the actual practice of working directly with the mind, is not a trick. It is not like CBT or something like you're going to do a few little tricks on your brain and you're going to get something out of it. It's a real slow burn, right? It is essentially meditation is experiencing your mind directly. So you experience it as it is, right? And if you're tired, then your mind is tired, right? If it's distracted, then you're distracted. All you're doing is focusing on a key point and allowing yourself to directly experience your mind. If it's your first time doing that, then don't worry about it. Don't get too hung up on it, but don't expect great things overnight either. So it's just something to slowly begin to experience your mind more directly. That's the best way that I can talk about it. Talking about meditation in itself is tricky, and there are people that have done much better jobs about that. If you're interested, I review Kung Fu, Tai Chi and meditation books on my other series, the Kung Fu book review, and I've got one, particularly the Diamond Mind, but also a lot of the content in this book comes from 2 other books that I've reviewed there, which is Relaxing into Your Being and Opening the Energy Gates of Your Body. Check out those reviews. I really recommend them. They're excellent books, and they would support the material that happens in this course. And on top of that, I haven't written them, and I don't even know the authors or anything. I just think that they're really some of the best material that is available for engaging in this type of practice. But please do check out my channel, like, share and subscribe, of course. It's relatively new, and all your support is much, much appreciated. So thank you very much for joining us today. A little bit different today. We'll be back on track with the standing, stretching, other sort of Qigong next time. About every 5th session or so, I like to throw something a little bit different in there, just to see that there's a wide range of practices that fall under this Qigong banner. And vast majority of that is that slow standing stuff, sort of squatting whilst slowly moving and coordinating with your breathing. But it's a big world, right? And as I said, there are seated methods, there are lying methods, there's all sorts of stuff, right? So there's walking as well. We might do one of those at some point, see if I can get a camera, and we'll go for like a walking meditation as well. So there's all sorts of good stuff to be able to do, right? I hope to explore at least a little bit of it with you in this introductory series. So thank you very much for joining me. Best of luck with your Qigong journeys, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.